Well, friend,
Hello
what brings
there,
you here?
stranger. I am Kilgore the Bard. On behalf of all the rest of us Outlanders, let me welcome you warmly to the city of Andothren. Shall I perform one of my songs for you? It'll only cost a few septims. My most popular songs are Fall of the Hammer and Dance of Swords. Those will really get your heart pounding. I'll sing the song for 5 septims. What do you say? When the hammer falls, the death spells toll, left and right all our foes shall fall, as the hammer falls. No armor can save them, their chests will cave in, shield and helm shall shatter, under the fall of the hammer. Shall I perform one of my songs to you? It'll only cost a few septims. My most popular songs are Fall of the Hammer and Dance of Swords. Those will really get your heart pounding. I'll sing the song for 5 septims. What do you say? Let none sleep while the swords dance, let no man sit idly by and watch. The dance of swords calls us all, to take part in the savage ball. Let none sleep while the swords dance, to the music of steel and blood. Its first beat is the scabbard's rasp, its end the dying man's gasp.
I am never too busy for a good talk.
Welcome to the Andothren Guildhall, Guardian. Looking for work, I suppose? Talk to our steward Neris Hardile. He's in the training room downstairs.
I must say I find you most interesting right now. Please go ahead.
You here for orders or advancement, Guardian? Or was there something else you wanted? If you think you are ready, I think I have something sufficiently simple for you. I'd like you to collect Hjaskar's debt. Recently, a local thug called Hjaskar the Sharp borrowed 500 drakes from our client. He has, however, refused to pay it back, and is weeks overdue. You will probably find him loitering in the western wharf. Collect all of the gold, and return here as soon as you can. Collect the debt, Guardian.
I don't think we've been introduced, Traveler. I'm Safin. How can I help you?
Three blessings.
A warm welcome to you, Sarah.
Greetings, Muthsira. My name is Rever Othravel, novice of the Tribunal Temple and servant to Sarjo Te Vuren Galdar. My master is upstairs, discussing important business with Nalvs Andalin, the head priest of this temple. I am Rever Othravel, novice of the temple. That's me, Pleasure to serve, Sira. I am accompanying my teacher, Sarjo Galdar, on his visit. I accompany the master on his travels in order to gain practical experience. He is upstairs, discussing matters of doctrine with the temple's head priest, Nalvs Andalin. He runs this temple. Muthsira Galdar is here to discuss matters of doctrine with him.
Ada. You claim to be the Redoran. You defy temple doctrine. The Order of the Watch calls you an agent of the Emperor, and an outlaw. You belong to the temple, so we owe you courtesy. And a warning. But others may not be so polite, and may choose weapons instead of speech. Andothran lies on the westernmost edge of Mournhold district, on the inner sea coast of Rothvarin, the rocky uplands to the south. To the east, the mighty Thur River divides Hlaalu territory from Indoril lands. The towns of Arvad and Mainland lie to the south, while Omanus is due west. All of them are Hlaalu settlements. The Redoran are further west, at Bodrum and Carter. The little port of Teen to the northwest is the only imperial settlement nearby. The Temple Island is at the center of the city. The east side of town has outlanders' shops, inns, the Fighters' Guild, the Mages' Guild, and the Hlaalu Council Manor. The west side of Andothran is mostly local Dunmer the Morag Tong, noble manors, and some fine shops can be found in the outer parts of town while the poor live closer to the canal. Then in the northwest corner of the city there's the Imperial Commission and rich outlander manors. The mighty Andas estate stands atop the cliff to the south. The road west leads to Teen, Omanus, and eventually the Redoran lands. The eastern road takes you to Golmok if you trek out to the river mouth. Otherwise, it leads you to either Mainland and Arvad or the Onthiran plantations. The Silt Strider port is near the western gate. The caravaner can take you to Almas Thur, Mainland, or Omanus. At the Andothran port you can find a ship to take you to Teen, Old Ebonheart, or Vivec city on Barden Fell. Sarjo Tholer Andas is the counselor of House Hlaalu. You will find him in the Andas estate. Tilaradana is the captain of the Hlaalu Town's Guard. Janonaya Melidus is the imperial magistrate of Andothran.
Where is that slave?
Nolus Atrius, the magistrate of Balmora, has chosen to live here rather than on Barden Fell. Agronak Grodumак is the captain of the local legion garrison. Neris Hardile and Ethalvora are in charge of the Fighters' Guild and Mages' Guild chapters, respectively. Darani Delo is the Morag Tong master. You looking for a handout? We've got food for the hungry. It will keep you from starving, but don't expect nothing fancy of it. Or if you are looking for a place to rest, we have beds for pilgrims and paupers alike one floor down. I'm not blind, Dark Elf. You're well off. Handouts are only for folks in need.
A warm welcome to you.
Ada. You claim to be the Redoran. You defy temple doctrine. The Order of the Watch calls you an agent of the... She's a student at the Kraganmore Temple School. The Order of Doctrine and Ordination occasionally selects talent from the temple schools to accompany us in the field. You can sit in a classroom and learn about ethics and doctrine all day, but nothing beats practical experience. That is what we hope to instill in potential new recruits. Still, I am debating whether I should leave her here at Andothran so she can focus on her studies. The Order of Doctrine and Ordination ensures that temple dogma is uniform throughout the land, and that the strict separation between the hierographa and the apographa is observed. We routinely inspect local temples and monasteries to ensure that their teachings are in line with temple canon. Simply put, we are the arbiters of theological disputes within the tribunal temple. Each misinterpretation we correct means one less task for the Order of Inquisition. If you are here at this temple, he is your local master, and you should go to him for duties. I am Tavuran Galdar, disciple of the temple and a member of the Order of Doctrine and Ordination. I am here to discuss the state of affairs in Andothran with Master Nalvs Andalin.
A warm welcome to you.
What brings you to the temple, Adept? Have you been lax in your duties? I have heard that you claim to be the Redoran. I am not sure what to think about this, but I do not trust you, and I will not give you any duties. I am Nalvs Andalin, priest and master of the temple. Speaking. Hurry it up. I have heard that you claim to be the incarnate. I do not know the truth of the matter, but for now I will not give you duties. Ada. You claim to be the Redoran. You defy temple doctrine. The Order of the Watch calls you an agent of the Emperor, and an outlaw. You belong to the temple, so we owe you courtesy.
I am never too busy.
Yes, Outlander, what may I do for you?
I don't think we've been introduced, Traveler. I'm Hjaskar the Sharp. How can I help you? I've no need to pay that debt. I am a retainer of House Hlaalu, and Tholer himself is my patron. You need to take it up with him. Bah. Alright, tell you what, here's half of what I owe. I can get you the rest of it in 7 days. Alright? Bah. Fine. Take it, and leave me be.
Today is your lucky day, so let's hear it.
Good to see you, Ada. How are things with you? I gave you the money already.
Who in Oblivion are you and how did you find this place? Do you know the password? If not, you'd better scram. I am Palvio Breener, smuggler, and tough of the Kaminatong. I don't think you have good intentions asking questions like that, Outlander. Are you expecting me to say something outrageous or incriminating? Something along the lines of I wish I could kill every single one of you damned Outlanders, perhaps? Tisk, tisk. We are not criminals. That's what the Thieves Guild are. An Outlander is anyone born and raised outside of Morrowind. You. And the Kaminatong doesn't like Outlanders. Thanks for asking. We don't like foreigners much in Morrowind. This is our country, and we don't like foreigners who come in and steal our land and our treasures and tell us what to do and how to live. They made a play against the Kaminatong in Andothran, and now they're all dead. No, I don't have anything more to say about it.
Did you collect Hjaskar's debt yet? Have you collected Hjaskar's debt? Good work, Guardian. Your cut is half the gold, as per guild policy. That one-eyed rogue's got a deadly reputation. Be careful if you cross paths with him again, Guardian.
I must say I find you most interesting right now. Please go ahead.
Fighters Guild, Hjaskar's debt. A local thug, Hjaskar the Sharp, owes our client 500 gold he borrowed from them on credit. He is now overdue, so I am to collect Hjaskar's debt. He can be found in the Andothran wharf. Hjaskar claims that he is under Tholeranda's protection, and that if I want to collect his debt I should take it up with him. After an argument with Hjaskar, I managed to get him to pay his debt in full. Neres was pleased that I had managed to collect all of Hjaskar's debt.